Hello boys and girls. In this video, I'm going to be telling you how to be emotionless, just the way your mother was after you were born.
Queries of the interweb.
How's it going, boys and girls? Joel here, and I amusingly answer questions that are searched for every single day on the interweb. If you want to keep watching my videos, well, find a way to do it. You can subscribe, you can bookmark my page. Basically, anyone who knows how to use the internet can figure it out, I think. So let's jump into this whole emotionless thing. How to be emotionless? Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to practice your poker face. Nothing says I don't give a shit than, well, looking like you don't give a shit. The point of a poker face is so that people don't know what you're thinking or what you're feeling. So if you know how to do that poker face well, nobody's gonna know how what they're saying is affecting you. So for example, let's say that a bully comes up to you and is like, "Hey, bitch, you little bitch ass bitch, you little bitchy bitch, bitch. I don't know. I don't know what bullies do these days. But if you don't look like you are being fazed, it's going to go a long way towards showing them that you are out of fucks to give. So that's step one in being emotionless, is practicing your poker face. The second thing you need to do to be emotionless is take yourself out of your body. Let me explain. When somebody says something to you or about you, either to your face or behind your back, imagine that those things are being said about somebody else. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a friend named Charlie, which is unlikely because nobody in their right mind would ever have a friend named Charlie. Frickin' Charlie. But in this scenario, we're gonna imagine that you do. So if a bully comes up to you and is like, "Hey, bitch, you little bitch ass bitch, you little bitchy bitch." Imagine that Charlie's standing right next to you and that those things are being said about him. If he was there, they most likely would be. By imagining that something is being said about somebody else instead of you, you're taking yourself out of the situation and looking at it objectively. You're more of an observer rather than a participant, and that allows you to not let the emotions get in the way. So if your feelings would otherwise be hurt, well, it's like, well, they're not being said about me. He's saying this about this other person. Why is he saying this about this other person? Let's explore here. You can step back for a minute and have the mind of somebody who's curious rather than the mind of somebody who's upset and angry and scared. There you go. Now you're emotionless and you have your poker face. The next thing you need to do when being emotionless is to have absolutely no expectations. See, when we go places, we see people, we have an idea of what we want to expect, and when things don't go the way we expect, we can be confused, upset, nervous, scared, angry. Having no expectations, you can't be disappointed. You won't be happy or sad. It's just whatever. Let's pretend that some bully comes up to you and is like, "Hey, bitch, you little bitch ass bitch. You little bitch. Well, you didn't expect him to not say those things to you. You didn't expect him to say those things to you because you had no expectations. So when you expect nothing, you can't be disappointed and you won't be upset and you'll be emotionless when those situations arise. The next thing you need to do when being emotionless is you need to be skeptical, okay? And what do I mean by that? Don't just believe crap. Don't just accept crap. So let me give you an example. Let's say that someone comes up to you and is like, "Hey, bitch, you little bitch ass bitch. Why are you acting like a bitch?" When someone says those things, well, is this person like the Nostradamus of knowing who bitches are? I mean, how do they know you're a bitch? They don't know. Maybe you are a bitch. Maybe you're the baddest bitch there is. I don't know. But be skeptical, okay? Question their bitch claims, okay? Let's go ahead and recap these things because everything I've said today fits together in a bow, in a package deal. It's like ordering a combo at McDonald's. You got the fries, the burger, the shake. These things are all a combo. Practice your poker face. Take yourself out of the situation. Imagine that those things are being said about somebody else. Have zero expectations and be skeptical. Don't just believe crap. If you can master those four things, you will know how to be emotionless for the rest of your life. Obviously, there's a time to not be emotionless. If somebody gets hit by a truck, somebody is being physically violent against you, then yeah, obviously you have to show some emotion. So if somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, bitch, you little bitch ass bitch," and then pushes you to the ground, then yeah, that's a problem. That's a crime. That's assault. If somebody's hurting a family member, or somebody's bullying somebody you care about, or somebody you love, then yeah, you want to get emotion in those situations. But when these things are happening to you and you're not in any danger, you can be emotionless and you can overcome. This video ended up being a little bit more of a self-help tutorial than I meant it to be. When all the bitch claimers of the world get in your face, it doesn't have to faze you. If you know anybody who, gets a lot of bitch claims thrown their way, please share this video with them. Maybe it'll help them. What do you guys do to not be emotionless? Did I miss something? And if any of you have ever dealt with a bully before, I want to know how you handled the situation. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.